And we're gonna do a Superman book range, John. Yeah, gotta go space age. So, corresponding life story, we're gonna do something with Superman, but set on crazy infinite Earths. Okay, one question. One, is this still in continuity? Because it's not still in continuity. Two, I'm not feeling with it. Don't worry, I'm glad we're looking at continuity. It's like coordinate theory. I just want to execution. But three, I'm excited. This is something really interesting. Hey guys, me and Touchbone and Superman Space Age of the Master Life Story and Cleveland Card Infinite Earth. Yep. Now when you're talking this weird acting news, but yeah, when I was Superman, what big on DC video, Spirit Jarvis, Superman, Spirit General, would tell you what. And I was Superman Penny. However, maybe one more time, DC going to never really weary. No, but actually, it comes out of meeting, but the time difference has been, it's more than pretty. So the back end, Superman is pretty cool. But I'm all for other kid getting at the Sean Sparks that Batman 20% good. But for DC, it's so upset Batman that I need a book Batman 20% in. So I'm glad we're getting a Superman book. And for I can tell about these kind of like Superman life story, we can do that type of thing with Superman. Confused? Yeah, that's what I'm script anyway. You'll find out about that later. But anyway, what's so much and Superman thing. So it's be fun. Again, what's the mean matter? Well, you'll find out, So you might buy any news. Yep, it's enjoy show. See ya. As you can tell my intro, actually you can tell my intro about this news. Why? You'll find out. Let's get started. According to the article I have here from news.com, and I quote, Superman Space Age had the Man Steel Life Story will be crazy on Infinite Earths. Yep. DC is going back to the original Crisis on Infinite Earths. And new 3D series by Mark Russell and Mike Allred. Yep. Go Superman Space Age. Yep. He described the story as an unforgettable journey through U.S. history and culture, starting its beloved characters. Yep. This is a dream project for me, said Russell in DC announcement. Yep. Not only because I get to work with a genius like Mike Allred, but because I've always found Superman such a philosophically fascinating character. Yep. One which forces us to ask how different would the world be if we choose to be our best selves. And I agree 100%. That makes sense. Look, I hate the guy, the guy knows what he's talking about, and I approve. Yep. My question is the good writer, so I should 100%. I can't see internet anymore. According to DC, after years of standing idly by at the behest of his fathers, Superman defies their wishes by going public and becoming the first superhero of the space age. Yay! And I approve. Yep, that's bad. But Superman is the first superhero. Damn the hate and damn it, he never not since Superman the first superhero. Superman the first superhero, he is the first superhero. Like, for God's sake, even U.S. history, I think people know about that. Even DC didn't say Batman the first superhero, but no, bullshit. Superman the first superhero, so I would die the hell and always the first superhero. And forget all people misinterpreting information, he is the first superhero and more. As decades pass with new dangers along with them, Superman began to question his own mortality. Yep. Of his loved ones. Okay. So questioning his own mortality and his mortality of loved ones? What does that mean? Whatever. The Man of Steel realized that even good intentions sometimes involve backlash. As the world around him transformed into a place as determined to destroy itself as he is to save it. Wait, what does that mean? What are you talking about? I don't know if you about that. Whatever. Part of the story is set around Crisis on Infinite Earths. As Daily Planet reporter Clark Kent learned the world will soon come to an end, and there's nothing he can do to stop it. Yep. Sounds like a job for all the ego, Superman! He just going, super pumped to finally reveal what we've been working on in secret for so long as Allred. Yep. Easy my biggest project yet, DC. Biggest project DC yet. Working with Mark Russell and his brilliant script has been a blast. Yay! That's cool. Yep. Packed with head-spinning iconography, top tier characters, twists, thrills, and chills, with only a powerful instant classic epic. Yep. It's best simultaneously intimidating and inspiring to meet the challenge of illustrating the phenomenal project. I approve. Yep. Yeah, here actually the all the things that we do. We get Superman actually walking the Crystal Palace with the whole with the Dawn Stone, with that's pretty cool. And they go in and Superman imagery of Krypton along with the Crystal along with the Dawn Superman movie. Yep. And then we got the Daily Planet, and we see actually it's the next World Train. I think it's the old lady and the little girl. I think that's World Train. I don't know. I can't really tell. It's set during the Silver Age, so do the math. Yep. And we see Joel, and we see the whole Superman suit, and we see the Anti-Monitor. Yeah, the Anti-Monitor looks weird. It's my great artwork, and I get used to it. It's fine. It's pretty cool. And I made sure about that. Yep. And we had this weird thing. I don't know what's going on over there. Didn't this play Batman? And that's pretty Superman. I don't really know what's going on there. That could be cool. Yep. Superman Space Day on July 26th for cover, main cover, and yeah, here for we had my favorite cover over there with that's my favorite cover because Superman family, John. Like I like John. Like that's my favorite cover of all the cover. I mean, it's such a badass cover, so though I love it. Yep. And we get the other covers, looks pretty cool, and that's right. Yep. It comes out on July 26th, so which for that. Post time and have a guest in the Superman book because thank God we're going to enter the characters in Superman 20% because we're not in Batman 20% because it's even doing Batman German Quitty, so we're going to other characters get a shot. But this sounds a lot more fun and I'm very sure about this. Yep. And not the organic show. But yeah, we're going to Superman book coming out really soon. I can't wait. Yay. Yep. Yeah, the organic show. My father. You want to assume so my often going right at the kid, I go see at the pyramid, fake and DC, all the bad great characters in the month. Having said that though, DC on DC really not a great way into BS and business logic, but you know what? That's another topic and I can try to watch my business garbage, but frankly, we can tell. So having said that though, why I'm having a Superman book, I see 3 ways this is gonna go. Because remember, this story is supposed to be an Elseworld story, and life-based life story, we're gonna do that to Superman. But set in a world right between Crisis Images and the main, the Superman we're trying to do. So, this go either way. While I am excited about the thing, I'm also kind of concerned because with the main continuity. Because we all know this book is not the main continuity because the main continuity clutched up about. So, it's Elseworld story. Having said that though, what am I excited about the thing? I'm excited more to treat more Crisis Images because Images is a huge epic story. But I want to treat the whole life story aspect to it with the whole Superman another decade past, New Zealand with the Superman getting the question of his own mortality stuff was that really interesting. And I'm also intrigued how I will combine Crisis Infinite Earths with this whole concept with Superman going through the past decades and kind of go through the entire life from beginning, middle, end. That's what I want to treat about the movie. And when this story kind of reminds me of the whole Alan Moore story, What Happens to Man Tomorrow. So if you're doing that kind of a Superman, I think that guy can work in his favor. Okay. Yeah, if you don't know what this story is, backstory. This story was with the final story of the Silver Age Superman before the whole Crisis Infinite Earths, and we booted the Superman to the point we all know until the post-Crisis Superman. So I'm guessing we're kind of do a retelling of this story, but now you know what the whole bit of Mike Russell story and kind of don't do Alan Moore story, and we all know Alan Moore story is a classic, but kind of do very sort of the same concept, but set during the time during Crisis Infinite Earths. Which could be interesting in theory. I just want to execute because as Mike Russell's writing, he's not a bad writer, he's a good writer, but I need to mention how it's going to turn out. Now, since this is a 3-issue miniseries, since we all know this thing coming up in July and January, what do I expect from this? Honestly, I know what to expect from this because 1, I meant for Elseworld story, 2, it's set during the decades, so this could go either kind of like the whole big Spider-Man life story did. So when each issue is set in a different year. Because a Spider-Man life story habits, I think 5 issues, 6 issues, I don't remember how many issues I do. And we're going to kind of do that same concept, but with Superman. And anyway, I think that can work. In theory. I just want to execute for Spider-Man life story the fact for a lot of decades. So that's not much about the movie. I'm not sure how to get turned out a whole, because if we take the Spider-Man life story concept, but with Superman, then I think that can work. Right? Yeah, because Spider West story, the basic kind of that story, where each issue set in each decade, and my band with the great of the story, right? Typically, I want various Spider-Man stories. So, if we would take that concept, but do it whole thing with Superman, with each issue set in each decade, then I think that could work in Superman Spirit's favor. In theory, as I said, more like execution and Syndrome Crazy Even Earths. That's the thing I'm more intrigued about the most, because how the hell is the Crazy Even Earth story and Son of a Superman story? Because remember, Crazy Even Earth was a big story. So I'm confused. You're gonna combine with Crazy Even Earth, the big epic badass story to combine a lot of motivated command to one, and you're gonna do the old Superman story but send it to one. So that's more that I'm more intrigued about the most confused about, because I don't know how it's gonna turn out. But having said it though, I'm just happy to get another Superman book because that's my main point DC is that focus on my Batman Charm says I'm quitty. So I'm just gonna get something actually new and fresh from DC that's not a Batmanoid. So that's the thing I'm more true about the most. Now as far as the scripting field, as I said, since this is set particularly during Carbon and Earths, and since it's set during the time where Superman with the first superheroes in Space Age, do I think this will affect the timeline of DC? Hell no, because let's be real. DC continuity right now is a mess that made a fucking sense. What the fuck? Heck. But let's be real, and trying to cram in DC continuity right now is just a complete mess. It makes a headache, and oh my god, trying to explain DC continuity now is a nightmare. So I am in this Space Age book will affect any DC timeline because DC has no timeline anymore. Their timeline's gone. So by that logic, I think in general we're gonna ignore omniverse crap. And this will work with a self-contained thing. And I'm all for that, because I'm all for a self-contained story than having it be spread out into multiple stories that make a fucking sense. But Dark Crisis is like a fucking ending, so this will be your own self-contained thing. I'm happy about that, and that's what I'm more true about the most. Plus, damn it, it's my goal, so I think this can be really good. So drawing the storytelling they made, I'm all for that. Now, do I believe the story will give everybody like young Jonathan having a Superman attending war in the story? It's possible because we got a villain cover right there with like Superman. We see the boss at Candor. We see my boy John. So I think that we may see my boy at the end of the story. In fact, I'll be all for that because I'll be happy. I can see my boy again, Antonio Boy, in something over that BS. So I'll take this story with nothing. But damn, since it's Crazy Nerves, I'm that thing will cheer more, and I'm holding the bang. So I told him it made not horrible. But my point, I'm happy to get a new Superman book, even Space Age. That sounds like a cool badass the story. I can't even see how it turns out. But I have a point. Why don't talk? I'm not really hyped with the glorious Superman imagery of Krypto along with the Crypto and set because. Like I said, the preview does show a lot of stuff in there. We see the whole Joel, we see Superman with the Superman suit, and we see the going Krypton and the planet stuff. And I'm not even sure where that's gonna go. Now, what I suspect when this is gonna do, I don't know. Like I said, we don't know how things will turn out. So until we want information about it to figure what's going on, let's just hope for the best. Pray for the worst and pray I get into my meeting because I want a good Superman story like action kind of right now and since the main Superman down shit, I'll take this one with nothing. So let's just the story about meeting and it hit actually on the mic. So until then we see it. Hey, we're all. And then we get a Superman story that's not Batmanoid, so that's the one that I'll tell you I take over now because I'm tired of these new Batman stories. I need to be Batman. So when we get new department DC that's not Batmanoid, I'm all for that. In fact, one I would love to see with the story if you can see I know. See I know what y'all want to see why they fight the enemy on it. We badass. Right? Yeah, because we get to see Superman family involved in the story, and we get to see at least in the past decade, and then to see at the cutting involved. I really love to see at the both my boy John and Superman Ghost Train and the Clark obviously like fighting at the engine monitor. Because that'd be badass. That'd be an epic bad commentating out here for that. Jumping down happen. No, that's not gonna happen because it's good for my Superman obviously like Clark Kent. So I'm actually more sure about that mode. If we do get to see you at the moment John and Superman doing Lieutenant Boy at the in a bit of the Space Age book, I'm up for that. But if they put the engine mode, that'd be badass. But until we get that bridge, would we end? As far as circus, I can't wait to have a meeting, but it was ends. But yeah, what all? I think that's about it. Although, in conclusion, although doing my human space age, talk master life story, and review content even Earths, comment no more. Do you guys think that's great news? Do you like it? Do it. I'm also confused on Twitter. Please subscribe to the channel for tips on who did the bell kind of song story. Please like if you can. I'll talk about it. Oh, the high video human space age is gonna be really good or really bad. Please comment on the below, and I'll talk about it really long. See you, see ya. Bye, see you, bye, see you, bye, see you, bye. Mike Russell, and the Mega Allen. I wish you luck, man. Godspeed at the Mark Russell and Mega Allen. I hope you book the meeting and Godspeed. See ya. Bye, see you, bye, see you, bye, see you, bye.